Alright, hello and welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, we have NBA worst takes tier list maker. If you've ever heard a bad take from someone you know or someone online and you think, man, that is horrible, this is a list of the worst ones. Or are they? That is where we decide. We have on the tiers, fair. The statement that is being said isn't that bad. You may agree or disagree, but without a doubt, it's a fair statement. For example, if I said Tyrese Halliburton is a superstar, some people will disagree with me. Some people will not disagree with me. It's a fair statement that is highly debated, I would say, right now. Personally, if you're asking me, I would say no, but I'm not going to be remotely disturbed or disgusted or look at you any different way if you say he is. And vice versa, ideally at least. Anyway, that's fair. Bad is, yeah, no, you're wrong. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're wrong. Hot garbage is not the worst takes you've ever heard in your life, but not only are you wrong, you're dumb. So, yeah, the worst takes being not only are you dumb, but you're one of the dumbest of the dumb people that I know. So that's saying something. Okay, though, without further ado, I'd say let's just get to it. I want Iguodala. Don't know what that means. Kawhi is better player than Kobe under pressure. I would say this is a bad take. Granted, I am very biased. Very, very biased because I'm a Laker fan. So maybe the stats differ on that, but no. I can't agree with that, and I think you're wrong. I don't think you're necessarily dumb, but you're wrong. I don't think I've ever seen LeBron posterize anyone. This is another one of those cases where this is just like, that's just, not only are you wrong, you are one of the dumbest. You've made one of the dumbest statements ever because there's video of him doing so. So even if you don't think you have, he has. Shaq is the 5th best center of all time. We have, in no order at all, Kareem, Hakeem, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain. Shaq's top 5. Great centers in general, Dwight Howard in his prime, Moses Malone. But Shaq's top 5 and he's not 5, so bad take. I would say hot garbage, honestly. To say he's not top 5 is, to say he's not top 4 is pretty bananas. I feel like that's pretty hot garbage. Giannis isn't 2019 MVP and isn't MVP of the Bucks. If you hear fireworks, it's 4th of July. I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it, and I gotta record because I work in the morning. The Glove is the 3rd best point guard of all time. He's not better than Steph. He's not better than Magic. I just can't say he's better than Jerry West. You could argue John Stockton. You could argue Isaiah Thomas. You could even argue Kyrie Irving. You can argue Chris Paul. I'm sure there's other names on this list. You could argue Oscar Robinson. I'm not arguing Gary Payton. I think it's a bad take. I'm not going to say it's hot garbage, but it's a bad take. Get rid of all Europeans. They are a liability on defense. Hot garbage. Not even going to address that. That's just stupid. Johnny Football will be bigger in Cleveland than LeBron ever was. Yeah. I mean, we got 4 worst takes. Pretty bad. No fair takes yet. The Warriors are a team that depends on their free throws. It's just a hot garbage take. If we're talking about current Warriors, they're not even top 10 in free throws attempted as a team. So that just doesn't make sense. Mavs won the Luka trade. That's just, if we're talking about the trade itself and not what happens after the fact that the Mavs got bailed out by the NBA, just the trade, no. It's one of the worst takes you'll ever see. Yes, Nico, one of the worst trades ever, if not the worst trade ever. I don't think Luka is the best player on his basketball team. Mavericks, it's just one of the worst takes ever. Luka was the best player on the Mavericks, non-negotiable. 2025 Thunder are a top 5 team to make the finals since 2000. We have the Warriors with KD, of course. That team was insane. We have The Heat, Braun, D-Wade, Bosh. We have Lakers 2010, Kobe, Metta World Peace, Powell. We have Boston's last year's team was pretty cracked. Easy pass to the finals, but they are cracked. In terms of metrics, without question, Thunder are really good. I don't think this is true. I would disagree that they're a top 5. But with how much they were favorites and how good they were in the regular season, I don't want to say, I just don't think it's a bad take. I think it would be a disagreed upon take, but I don't think it's dumb. So I'm going to leave it at fair. I don't agree with it, though. I don't agree with that. Paul Pierce had a better career than D-Wade. That's hot garbage. That's just straight up hot garbage. Dude, I'm going to make this bigger temporarily. This advertisement is mad annoying, and it's still there. Anyway, let me make sure that's in... Yeah, that's a hot garbage take. A guy who argued up and down that Michael Jordan was a small forward, so he could say the greatest shooting guard of all. What? I don't know what that is. If Hallie wins this ring and Finals MVP, he's higher than Westbrook all time. Ring culture is a real thing. Even though people may not like it, even though LeBron may not like it, it is a real thing. It may not be right, but it's a fair argument. It's that, ring culture itself is a fair take. And because of that, because of him hypothetically winning the championship and winning Finals MVP, this would be a fair take. I don't agree. I do not agree. Russell Westbrook's accolades are insane. His milestones are amazing. I do not agree, but I don't think you're stupid for that. The Nets should kill 5 of their players to trigger disaster and drafts to improve their roster. No, dude, I don't even want to address these stupid. I guess that would go. I understand this, so it's going to go one of the worst takes. 2020 ring hurt LeBron's legacy because... No, shut up. Real Hoopers known then. KD is going down as a better player than LeBron. It's the real Hoopers that part of it that just makes it one of the worst takes. You could just say KD's better than LeBron, and it's a garbage take, but it might not be one of the worst takes I've ever heard. But the real Hoopers added in there is what makes it hot. Omega super garbage. Luka's breaking LeBron's scoring record. No. Stop. Can we? No, it's hot garbage. Giannis. Okay, first of all, Giannis overpaid for running and dunking is one of the worst takes ever. Wait, where is Luka's? Okay, Luka is breaking LeBron's scoring record is hot garbage. I don't want to say it's impossible because people say that about LeBron, but Luka's nowhere as near as available. So, no. Luka's game is boring. Hot garbage. I'm not going to sit here and say it's some of the worst takes ever, considering people are saying Giannis is overpaid for running and dunking. I don't think people are actually saying that. It's a take. It's one of the worst takes nonetheless, but it's a take. Kawhi Leonard is one of the worst superstars ever. Hot garbage. We've entered just amazingly hot garbage. Really, really hot garbage. We've had 2 bad ones, 2 fair ones. Okay, let's back out a little bit more. Because god damn, that ad. Okay, now it's kind of gone. Now it is gone. No, it's back. We'll just, we'll read these last ones in the bigger format. I'll zoom in. Editor me will zoom in. Let's get to it. OKC sweeps the entire playoffs and becomes the greatest team of all time. This was quite literally wrong. So, worst take. If he trained for 2 months, 52-year-old Jordan would beat 30-year-old LeBron. 1v1. Definitely one of the worst takes I've ever seen. There's a lot of worst takes. Should I move some of these to hot garbage? Nah, dude. These are really bad, though. There's a tier of just the worst shit I've ever heard, and yeah, these all belong here. Jaden McDaniels is the 3rd best player between the Lakers and Timberwolves. I can already name your top 3: Anthony Edwards, LeBron James, Luka. Okay, Jaden McDaniels is not better than Austin Reeves or Julius Randle alone. Kyle Lowry and Van Vliet were at least as valuable as Kawhi in 2019 Finals. I mean, Jesus. It's one thing to say that they wouldn't have won without him, right? It's another thing to say that they were on par in terms of being valuable as Kawhi Leonard. No. A whole pizza consists of several slices. Okay. Kawhi would be like 7 slices. If the pizza had 10 slices. Kawhi, in terms of the whole team, would be like, what, 5 or 6 slices? Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet would be 1, or maximum 2. Kawhi just brings more on the table. They could, you need Kyle Lowry and VanVleet slices to complete the pizza, to have a full pizza if there's 10 pieces. But, I mean, what goes without question, Kawhi Leonard takes most of the goddamn cake there. And the rest of these two, I don't even understand. But wow, these are some pretty hot garbage takes. Yeah, an NBA worst takes tier list maker. These are bad takes. Well, with the exception of 2. I don't agree with both of them, by the way. I need to clarify that because I think there are 5 teams that were better than OKC in the finals. But it's a argument that you could have, and you're not stupid just because of, again, how much favorites they were, right? They were massive favorites. 2, in the regular season, they demolished, and I think they had the highest plus minus of any team in NBA history. So this is a fair take, whether you like it or not. Speaking on metrics, at least. Okay. There you have it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree or disagree with some of these takes? Do you think I had some unfair that I shouldn't have? That I had something bad that I shouldn't have? Hot garbage or the worst takes? I swear, if you put some of the worst takes on here any higher, I don't understand. Anyway, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. I apologize for the fireworks if you can hear me in the background, but it is 4th of July. I got to record no matter what. This is I'll Even Different, and we out.